In 1994, Nintendo released what would become one of the most influential video games of all time. A game that blended action, atmosphere, and exploration into a masterpiece that defined a genre. I'm talking, of course, about Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. This wasn't just another sequel, it was the definitive Metroid experience, one that laid the foundation for decades of Metroidvania games to come. Today, let's go back to Zebes, face off against Ridley, Kraid, and Mother Brain, and rediscover why Super Metroid is still considered one of the greatest games ever made. The Metroid series began in 1986 on the NES, introducing Bounty Hunter Samus Aran as she fought against the space pirates and their leader, Mother Brain. It stood out for its non-linear design, atmospheric storytelling, and the shocking reveal that Samus was a woman under the armor. Metroid 2 followed on the Game Boy in 1991, expanding the lore and introducing the baby Metroid. But it was Super Metroid on the SNES that refined everything, exploration, progression, and atmosphere, into perfection. Developed by Nintendo R&D1 and produced by the legendary Gunpei Yokoi, Super Metroid was released in 1994 to critical acclaim. The story begins right where Metroid 2 left off. Samus delivers the last surviving Metroid larva to a research station, where scientists discover it has immense power. But the station is soon attacked by Ridley, who kidnaps the creature and escapes to the planet Zebes. Samus follows, returning to the very world where she first battled Mother Brain. What follows is a desperate mission through caverns, ruins, and laboratories, as Samus hunts for the Metroid and uncovers the space pirates' new schemes. It's simple, but the way the story is told, mostly without dialogue, relying on atmosphere and gameplay, makes it powerful and immersive. At its core, Super Metroid is a side-scrolling action-adventure game with heavy emphasis on exploration and upgrades. You begin with only a basic arm cannon, limited health, and a simple jump. But as you progress, you'll find classic upgrades like the Morph Ball, missiles, Ice Beam, Screw Attack, and the iconic Grappling Beam. These abilities don't just make you stronger, they open up new areas of the map. A wall you couldn't climb earlier becomes reachable once you find the high jump boots. Doors that resisted normal blasts can be opened with super missiles. Every upgrade feels rewarding, expanding both Samus's arsenal and your sense of freedom. Backtracking is a key element. You'll often stumble upon blocked passages or unreachable ledges early in the game, only to return hours later with the right upgrade to uncover secrets. This interconnected design was revolutionary at the time and became the blueprint for countless future games. The planet Zebes is divided into distinct regions: Brinstar's jungles, Norfair's lava, filled caves, Meridia's underwater labyrinths, and the haunted ruins of wrecked ship. Each area feels unique, with its own enemies, hazards, and environmental storytelling. The game's map system was a huge improvement over its predecessors. For the first time in the series, players had an on-screen map to track explored areas and hidden rooms. This made exploration smoother without sacrificing the sense of mystery. What's remarkable is how Super Metroid guides players without hand-holding. Subtle environmental cues, like an enemy demonstrating a mechanic or a suspicious crack in a wall, encourage experimentation. It's smart design that rewards curiosity and observation rather than linear instruction. One of the defining aspects of Super Metroid is its atmosphere. From the very beginning, stepping into the abandoned space station with flickering lights and eerie silence, you feel the weight of isolation. The graphics pushed the SNES to its limits, with detailed backgrounds, fluid animations, and moody lighting. Zebes feels alive. Vines sway, creatures crawl, and lava bubbles beneath your feet. Bosses like Kraid and Ridley fill the screen with intimidating presence, while Mother Brain's grotesque final form is unforgettable. Every area has a sense of place, making exploration feel like uncovering a living, breathing alien world. The soundtrack by Kenji Yamamoto and Minako Hamano is nothing short of legendary. Instead of catchy tunes, it delivers atmospheric soundscapes, eerie hums, tribal drums, mechanical echoes that immerse you in the alien world. The music adapts to each area, the mysterious ambience of Brinstar, the oppressive heat of Norfair, and the haunting silence of the wrecked ship, combined with sound effects like Samus's blaster, screeching enemies, and the chilling roar of Ridley. The audio design cements the game's identity. It's one of the first games where the soundtrack feels like part of the environment, rather than just background noise. Of course, no Metroid game is complete without epic boss battles, and Super Metroid delivers. You'll face classic foes like Kraid, who towers over the screen, and Ridley, whose fast-paced fight demands agility. Phantoon haunts the wrecked ship with unpredictable attacks, while Dragon tests your underwater skills in Meridia. Each boss is distinct, requiring pattern recognition and clever use of your arsenal. Defeating them feels like a true accomplishment, and many reward you with new upgrades that expand your abilities. The climax of Super Metroid is one of the most iconic in gaming. After battling through Torian and facing Mother Brain, Samus is nearly defeated. But then, the baby Metroid, now grown, intervenes, sacrificing itself to save Samus. Empowered by its final gift, you unleash a devastating hyper beam to finish Mother Brain once and for all. It's emotional, surprising, and unforgettable. A moment that cemented the series' reputation for blending gameplay with powerful storytelling. Super Metroid wasn't just a great game in 1994, it was a turning point for the entire industry. Its non-linear exploration, atmospheric storytelling, and progression-based design became the backbone of the Metroidvania genre, inspiring everything from Castlevania, Symphony of the Night to Hollow Knight. To this day, developers cite it as a masterclass in level design. Speedrunners also adore the game, thanks to its sequence-breaking opportunities and advanced techniques like wall jumping and bomb jumping. Nearly 30 years later, Super Metroid still stands tall as one of the greatest video games of all time. So there you have it, Super Metroid, a game that defined a genre and remains as atmospheric and rewarding as it was in 1994. Did you play it back in the day? Or did you discover it later through Virtual Console or the Switch Online library? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more retro gaming retrospectives, and until next time, remember, the hunt never ends.